So Lisa, what happens with CAS? So we've talked about the initial call that comes in, the initial visit. So what happens? Does that automatically close the file after one visit, or do they want to come back and maybe pursue other things going on?
Good question. So CAS is Children's Aid Society here in Ontario.
Right.
Other provinces it's Child Protection Services or something like that. So yeah, if they've come and they've interviewed your family and they've got some information, maybe the social worker feels like this is not going to be an issue that I need to pursue, he or she still won't be able to close the file. That worker will have to go back and discuss the file with their supervisor, and then a decision's made. And sometimes often the file is closed. They don't always let the family know that,
Right.
but you know, no news is good news.
Yes, yes.
So if it's not going to be closed, or even at that first visit, if the social worker is pretty sure additional work is needed, the family might be asked to sign consents.
Okay.
Like a consent to release medical information.
Right.
It might be a consent to release information from a counselor. Sometimes they'll even ask for like a information or a reference from family or friends.
Okay.
That's a common one.
And is that something that they should do on the spot, or
No.
are they allowed to hold on?
I always recommend people should never feel pressured to sign a document without having some time to consider it. It's very reasonable to have a day or two at least to consider signing that. And in the meantime, that gives them an opportunity to send us a copy of it. And I can review it and make sure that the language is tight enough.
Okay.
That it's clear what's the objective of the consent and that the family understands what they're signing, right?
Yeah, because I know oftentimes in situations such as that, we have had people call and say, they're pressuring me to sign this, like, do I need to sign this, or can I say no, or will you look at it and let me know if what I'm signing is, okay to sign, or are they basically going to be watching me for the rest of my life kind of thing, right?
Yeah, just best to be polite and say, it's not that I won't sign it, I just need time to consider this. And it's okay to say, I want to contact HSLDA or contact my lawyer. You have every right to do that.
Great.
So they might also want the family to sign a voluntary agreement. It might be called something a little bit different from province to province, but maybe the social worker wants to come and visit the family for the next 6 months. Probably planned visits, like monthly, and unplanned visits.
All right.
To see what's going on. Again, those voluntary agreements.
Yeah.
You should have some time to review it. Have your lawyer have us review it. So it's generally in the family's best interest to cooperate with this process. As uncomfortable as it might be,
right.
As much as people don't want outsiders interfering with their family lives, because if there are grounds for that ongoing relationship with child protection and you are not cooperative, most likely they will be able to get a court order mandating it.
Okay.
As soon as there's a court order involved, it removes the flexibility on everyone's part.
Right, and then so what's written you have to abide
Absolutely.
by at that
So
time.
Whereas a voluntary agreement, the file might be closed in 3 months. If a court order is involved, maybe you're going to be under the watchful eye of child protection for a year.
Okay.
They don't have, because child protection won't change it either. They can't unilaterally change it.
Yeah.
So.
And so we want to stress again that this is something that we provide for our members, and it doesn't necessarily have to be related to homeschooling. We can certainly walk them through that initial visit.
If things get heated to that point of being in the court, then it really depends on what the core issues are. If they're homeschool related, HSLDA may still provide legal representation at the court level. If it's not directly homeschool related, very unlikely we would provide that level of support.
Right.
But usually getting us involved early resolves the issues without having get to that.
And that's the key. Contact us at the first step and provide us with the details, and we can let you know how
and it might not just be child protection. This would be
Right.
similar if it's a school board
yeah.
with the truancy officer. We can usually head things off well
Sure.
before the courts are involved.
Great. And HSLDA is always happy to help members do that.
Yes,
Great. Thanks, Lisa.
you're welcome.